Hola everybody! I thought it would be neat to put out a crow tutorial for you guys. I would like to go ahead and apologize because I've kind of got a cold, so I'm all sniffly and phlegmy and all that fun stuff. But I thought crow would be a cool tutorial to put out because if you're interested in starting to do inversions with your feet up off the ground, it's a cool way to start because it's one of the easier inversions in my opinion, opposed to like headstand, forearm stand, handstands, especially if you don't really have any experience with that type of stuff. It's nice to start in crow. So with all inversions, my best advice is to just not put too much pressure on yourself. Your body will do it whenever your body's ready to do it. And once you get it once, you'll immediately feel what you need to do to be there, and it's a lot easier after you nail it the first time. All right, let's get started. You can either start closer to the ground, like you can just start in like a little squat and do it from here. This is how I kind of learned to do one, or this is how I learned to do it initially, but in my teacher training, they taught us from a halfway lift because it was more incorporated in like a flow. And I kind of like that better. I feel like it's more accessible, so that's how I'm going to do it. But if you do have some experience with crow pose, or you just feel more comfortable doing it from lower to the ground, then feel free. I'm going to start in a halfway lift. You'll place your hands shoulder width distance apart. Ground down through your palms, but also grip your mat, floor, whatever surface you're on with your fingertips. Your fingertips are like your brake pads. They'll kind of stop you from just spilling forward. And if you are nervous about spilling forward, then you can always place some pillows or a big blanket or something like that up on your mat to ease that anxiety a little bit. So, place your palms shoulder width distance apart, ground down through your palms and grip through your fingertips. Find an unmoving point of focus on your mat. That's called your dristi. And you want to create like a triangle with your hands on the ground and then your dristi. Shift your shift your weight forward. Bend your elbows almost like you're going into a low plank. You don't want them splaying out or splaying in. Keep them nice and aligned. Place your knees anywhere between your elbows and your armpits, so on your tricep. Shift your weight forward, not down. If you shift your weight down, that's where you're gonna go. So always shift your weight forward. This is technically crow pose. Your feet aren't off the ground, but your head is below your heart. So it's an inversion. If you want to start working on picking your feet up, a little bit better of a stance, you can lift one foot, maybe lift the other, or shift forward and lift up both. Hold it for as long as you'd like. Maybe you only hold it for a split second. That's fine too. Slowly lower your feet down. Come up off of your triceps. And ta-da! Either you did it or you didn't. Either way, you'll get it eventually. If you did it, that's awesome. If you didn't, you tried, and that's just as awesome. With all inversions, it's really nice to do like a brief little ab exercise beforehand. It doesn't have to be anything super intense. You can be holding a plank for 30 seconds, anything like that. It just kind of gets your belly lit up because all inversions use your core. With crow pose, you're using your lower abdominals to help pick your feet up. So it's always cool to kind of start with firing up your core before doing an inversion. That'll help you out a lot. And working on your core strength in general, if you find you have a hard time getting your feet off the ground, that will help a lot with your inversions. That's probably what helped me the most was just really dedicating like time to strengthening my core. I never really had a super strong core. So dedicating time to that really helped me whenever it came to my inversions with the alignment, picking my feet up. I hope this video helped you guys out. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be putting out a flexibility flow in like a few days. Hopefully you guys check that out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Mwah. Namaste.